So today you're gonna be looking at a scenario where alternative future of the world. I kind of speedrun that, but yeah, we're gonna have alternative future of the world. I just recorded this right after episode 1. Oh, wait, did I say part 1? I meant part 2. Um, yeah, we're gonna do part 2, and the first thing that's happening is no, not that. China is gonna go ahead and they're gonna accidentally blow up a They're gonna blow up a Taiwan, not accidentally, but click a button and that kind of bombs Taiwan, and that kind of activates every alliance that's ever existed. The first thing that activates is the PDO, which that already puts you at war with a lot, and it's about to put you at war with. That's already a lot, and that's just the Rio Pact. Oh god. Well, also Georgia is officially allowed in NATO, as well as Morocco. They're both officially allowed in NATO. And this is a lot of alliances. And China is like anyone that wants to help us. Algeria, no. Mauritania, no. Russia, Socialistia, no, no. Okay. Pakistan, no. Iran, Afghanistan, all the Central Asia and everything, no. And then when they North Korea, oh yeah, let's do it. Just North Korea? Okay. India is gonna go ahead and join on the side of, as well as Bangladesh and Nepal. Are gonna all join on the side of India, which, or the side of the West, because, they don't really like China, and China's gonna get a little bit cooked. And North Korea gets slapped, and North Korea gets slapped, and then Henan. Um, India gets its claims of Kashmir, and then China is like, oh God. And you wanna know what else happened? Manchuria breaks away from China. Oh no, that's not very good. Oh, Xinjiang too. Oh no. Oh, China. Oh, buddy. You really messed up, didn't you? Oh, Tibet. Oh, God. Oh, no. Yeah, you messed up big time. And, yeah, they're gonna surrender. Yeah, that makes sense. So let's go ahead and look at this peace treaty, at this insanely absurd peace treaty. Wow. Yeah. And the alliance map is about to change quite a bit. So let me fix that. Now, Pakistan is gonna go ahead and not become. They're gonna start. Their relations are starting to become more Eastern as yeah, they see India go to war with China and that kind, and India joining the PDO. So that's kind of the alliance map looks. As you can see, you couldn't tell Taiwan took all of the rest of China. Yeah. Or they just got a government change, whatever makes you more happy. I'm just gonna say Taiwan got China. So yeah, that's kind of how China looks now, and they're probably top 6 now. They're no longer like top 3 or top 2. They're probably top 6, probably 8, probably more like 8, but they are definitely top 10. But they just lost a bit of land, and yeah. Um, all of these countries get war reparations of what was left of China before it got annexed. They got reparations from them. So Bangladesh is going to join the PDO, and same thing with Manchuria. They joined the PDO, and This is kind of how the world map looks now. It looks a little bit. It looks a lot different, especially over here. Over here, a little bit different over here. Oh yeah, forgot to. Oops. Um, no, undo. I forgot to do some stuff over here regarding this area. So let me just fix this. Also, with this war, Egypt is gonna go ahead and not become like full NATO member, but they're gonna become a NATO partner. They're gonna become a NATO partner. Same thing with pretty much all these alliance members, they're all gonna become NATO partners. Um, so yeah, they're all NATO partners now. Soon they will be official NATO members. For now, they're NATO partners. No. Actually, I'll probably make it more bluey. Like more. Actually, I'll probably make it. This is a yellow color. I'm probably gonna do more like a light, like a teal. Yeah, teal. Probably more like a teal color. Australia. I don't remember what alliance they were in. But you know, it's fine. Let's just put them the same as everything else. They're gonna keep their color. They're gonna keep that. So. PDO is NATO partners. I should show that probably, but it's fine. It's actually not fine. Actually, we could just like show this with like 100% NATO partner color. I just realized. So let's just do this. So yeah, the PDO is going to all join into this kind of alliance thing. Uh, and also most of South America is going to just also the Rio Pact. Yeah, that's also going to merge with NATO. Well, not all of them, but most of the alliance members, like Haiti and the Dominican Republic. Yeah, a lot of these are gonna like either leave the Rio Pact or just join NATO. They're gonna join NATO, like Mexico, Guatemala, El Salvador, Honduras, Costa Rica, Panama, Colombia, Guyana, Suriname. Oh yeah, I forgot to give French Guyana. So yeah, that's kind of how the alliance map looks now. America is doing American things. Um, yeah, this is how the alliance map looks now. It looks a lot like more unified. They're gonna go ahead and like get their I don't even remember what this color was for. Think this was for something else, but let's get like this a different kind of teal color for these guys for all the Rio Pact members that just joined NATO. They're still in the Rio Pact. They're just gonna be shown uh differently in terms of color. I don't know. They're not gonna be like full blue, but like yeah, they're gonna be slightly different. Just show that they're in NATO too, and I'm actually gonna make the US a little bit more blue. Um, just to show that. Now, I don't see like in relations a lot of these countries being in like issues with each other. Actually, why did I make it like that? I guess yeah. Brazil is also gonna go ahead and join the this. They're also gonna join NATO. So yeah, they're also gonna join NATO. So yeah, they join NATO too. Um, Chile is gonna go ahead and become a NATO partner kind of thing. So they're gonna become like it's like a lighter green. Not like a full. This like lighter. No, not darker. a lighter version of this green because they're a NATO partner now. So they're joining the PDO, which is just going to make you a NATO partner. Same thing with Peru and Ecuador. They're going to become NATO partners. Bolivia, they're going to also do that. Same thing with El Salvador, or not El Salvador, but not Paraguay. But yeah, all these countries are going to go in that alliance, and we're mostly having like alliance changes, but we're going to have another war happening. And we have Turkey. Oh, oops. We have Turkey declaring war. Oops. Is they're gonna. Oh, I keep clicking it wrong. They're gonna go to declare war on Syria, and that's gonna kind of. Now I know the Gulf Shield Force that was using the Gulf War. We're not going to show that on the map because that's just all the major alliances. But we're going to have all of these countries come to the aid. I believe this is the Gulf Shield Force. I might be wrong on that, but this is what I believe it looks like, which is going to kind of cause a whole Middle Eastern war here. We have Palestine's going to stay neutral, but yeah, they're going to join these guys. I forgot. Yeah, they're gonna join, and Palestine's gonna stay neutral, and same thing. Saudi Arabia is gonna join this war. Uh, yeah, all these countries are gonna go ahead and like join the war on the side of Turkey. 60 FPS. I'm actually running paint down. Oh my! I'm crashing out. Okay, stop doing that. Stop crashing out, me. Calm down. um, Basically, what's gonna happen immediately is Yemen just gonna get invaded. East African Federation just gonna watch. They're just gonna watch. Eritrea would probably join on the side of Egypt. Um, just because Egypt's there and Egypt's there, and that kind of angers Ethiopia a bit, and that kind of they're still gonna stay neutral, but they're slightly mad. But yeah, Armenia is also gonna get slapped, and Iran, Turkey is slightly stronger than Iran. Oh, also, Cyprus. I'm sorry, but you know, y- now Greece can't really attack Turkey in this scenario because it's they would like to if this was like an old mapping scenario, but it is not. So yeah, normally. If this is a normal mapping scenario, Greece would get involved, but they're not. But Syria dies. Iraq, Iraq, Baghdad. I think it's Baghdad. Is it Baghdad or no? That's not how it's pronounced. Is it? I don't know how you say it. I don't know what accent you say Baghdad. I'm just gonna call it Baghdad for now. I think that's how you say it. I'm not 100% sure on that. I keep hitting my desk. But yeah, they're gonna go ahead and invade the coast of Iran, which that's gonna kind of hurt Iran a lot. And Iran is yeah, they're gonna surrender. And yeah, let's go ahead and look at this peace treaty. Now, as you can see, this was like very fast. Well, this would not be as fast as it is, but it would not be a big stalemate, unlike Ada's Pro's version of this war. Because it had a lot less countries. Here, it had everyone. Um, against all these. Now, realistically, Pakistan, Afghanistan, and India, and everyone would get involved here, but we're not going to do that because it's going to cause World War III. That's not for now. No, that's for later, not now. Well, these borders are interesting, to say the least. Actually, I'm gonna redraw this. Looks so horrible. This looks really horrible. The Middle East is becoming non-Middle Eastern as borders are quite terrible now. It's looking like Central Asia. But yeah, these are the borders, and I'm going to go ahead and draw it in the alliance map now. This is how it looks on top of the normal map. This is yeah. Oh, right. Uh, Huh. Okay. So yeah, this is how it looks on top of the normal map. That is very different. And Turkey is, oh, yeah. Let's go ahead and fix these boys. Damn. Oh yeah, I forgot about and basically, Saudi Arabia is going to go ahead and apply for NATO partner be NATO partner. Same thing with Jordan and Israel, and yeah, Israel. Palestine is gonna go ahead and is they're probably just gonna get annexed by Israel. Probably get invaded. You know. Let's just call this Israelistine. Let's just say they peacefully exist now. Just peaceful. Iran. Uh, yeah, anti-NATO is becoming very, very anti now. Now, I feel like um all these guys would all join in um on the PDO, slash NATO. I was about to say WDO on accident because I'm used to that. Like I'm used to saying WDO as in like ATIS alternate future because NATO was called the WDO in the later episodes, or at least after like episode one, I think. But yeah, that's kind of how the new borders look, and yeah. Well, I forgot to exactly do all of this in the normal map. See, this is what I do, so I go ahead and do this. If I just erase a border, then I'm just gonna erase the border normally. So yeah, we're just gonna still call this a Relestein, so no unhappy people in the comments. So yeah, the whole world is experiencing war and death. Now by this point I'd say it's like 2040 at this point. Maybe even 20 like at least 2020 at least 2040. Maybe even like 2050. But yeah, it's late in the timeline. So yeah. But now the world is going to be very silent for a few years. It's going to go silent for a few years. For around, I want to say 5 years. The world goes silent and nothing really happens. And yeah, nothing really happens for a few years. But then, out of the blue, we have Nigeria declaring war on Cameroon. Now, Nigeria's reason for declaring war on Cameroon is so they can just form an empire. They're going imperial. And yeah, it's not. Now, Cameroon is strong, but they're not as strong as Nigeria. So yeah. I don't even have to cut the video for this one. You already know. You already know. Full annexation. You know, you already know it's full annexation. Also, they're gonna send an ultimatum over to these three, Ghana, Benin, and Togo. Um, yeah, all gonna cede over their land, and now Nigeria is becoming a little bit bigger. Also, I need to put this on the alliance map. Yeah, the world is going to go ahead and rebuild and stuff, and also in the future years, Kuwait, gonna go ahead and these guys are gonna get accepted into NATO. Um, some countries are going to go ahead and get accepted into NATO. Um, so yeah, a lot of countries are going to go ahead and get accepted into NATO, which, yeah, they're gonna go and get accepted into NATO. Well, not, well, some of these countries are. Now, a lot of these countries aren't really Atlantic countries. Now, that is very apparent. But, um, I don't really care. They're still gonna be in NATO. Like, NATO would probably change its policies by now to be universal, which that means, which, do you know what that means, right? Do you know what that means? If they become universal, yeah, they would probably change their policy to that, to allow this to happen. Um, yeah, to allow all this to happen, which, that's a lot of the world. And Algeria is gonna finally go ahead and join in on the CSTO. Same with Mauritania. And then Morocco is gonna go ahead and annex, which is kind of a dispute, which might cause World War III later on, but, who cares about the future, right? Well, you are watching a series about the future. Nigeria has two sides to pick. They either got the Russian side and the west and east. They're gonna go ahead and go for the west. I had to think about that one. And I want to say I want to say the East African Federation is probably they're probably east leaning. They're probably eastern because Eritrea um just got accepted in NATO, which kind of causes a dispute with Ethiopia, and that kind of causes them to not be pro-Western. They're probably pro-Eastern, and that's very apparent when Sudan joins NATO. Even though they kind of they don't have good enough relations to join NATO, but let's just say they can. Um, I don't really know too much about like Africa, like in its relations with NATO and stuff. I don't really know too much about it. I'm just gonna say that I don't really know too much about it. And this is a build up to World War III. World War III is close to happening, but it's not happening yet. And I just want to say, uh, over here they'd probably just join NATO, because or probably maybe not. Like they might say they might Tibet would definitely join. On the side of NATO, Xinjiang. Uh, but I'm gonna rename this to Xinjiangistan. Why Xinjiangistan? Well, because I want to. And also because so we have more stand countries. Xinjiangistan. But yeah, the whole world is divided. I don't know the whole world. Um, but yeah, I feel like that's the end of part two, and I will see you guys in the next video.